celebration and Seahawks. I know.
Yeah, that'd be
Yay!
good.
Yay!
I'm having it all for tomorrow.
Yay!
Tuesday night in North Kitsap, and it is cold out. We've been given the okay by the principal that it's okay for the students to snuggle together for warmth. If you think the gym is cold now, just wait if the levy doesn't pass. Yes, get out and vote. Vote yes for the levy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Friday night we're playing against Kingston. It's going to be a full house. Get here early. Go have a spaghetti dinner between the games. Both boys and girls will be playing here on Friday night. And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups for the game against the Sequim Wolves. Here's the Sequim Wolves starting lineup. Head coach Greg Glasser, starting for Sequim. Number 2, Anthony Pinza. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, number 0 for your North Kitsap Vikings, Michael Fireball Urquhart. For the Sequim Wolves, number 10, Alex Berry. Number 3, Ethan Gravener. And for the Wolves, number 12, Vance Willis. Yes, and for your Vikings, number 23, the big man, Calvin Dennis. For the Wolves, number 30, Eric Christensen. And for your Vikings, number 32, Adam Lobo. And for the Wolves, number 31, Josh McConaughey. And for your Vikings, number 33, David. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an Olympic League game, so sportsmanship is key. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And speaking of nice, here's tonight's referees, Cheryl Ondrak, Rob Solstrom, and Travis Bain. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
to West Sound TV presents high school basketball. Almost to the end of the regular season. About a week and a half to go. 3 more matches for some, only 2 for others. And this is a big one as we're up in Paulsbo as the North Kitsap Vikings host the Sequim Wolves. And the Vikings have got their destiny. They've got to get some W's to make it to that postseason. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr. Spencer Anderson's on the camera, streaming it live to the KitsapSun.com, and Kitty Campagna on that other microphone. And Kitty, this should be an interesting game.
Well, the first time these two teams met, North Kitsap did not have their big man, and that is going to be a huge change. So there's some brand new defensive alignments for this Sequim team.
And North Kitsap starts out with the shot, and the big man with the rebound for North Kitsap, Kelvin Dennis. Kelvin's only a junior out there listed as 6'9". Also out there for North, Michael Urquhart, Ethan Grabner, Adam Lemon, and David Perry. First-year coach Dan Rosenberg, first year here, won a state title in Pennsylvania.
I think he won a comedy title, too, if I remember correctly.
But it's good to see Coach Harney over there on the bench for the North Kitsap Vikings.
And Dennis puts them both down.
And the Vikings start out early with a 2-0 lead there in the first. And driving into the glass, the Sequim Wolves are going to say it's off North. And starting for Sequim, Anthony Pinza, Alex Berry, Vance Willis, Eric Christensen, and Josh McConaughey. And Josh is the other big man at 6'8" for the Wolves.
He's got some height on him, and you can tell he's learning how to use some of that. A nice rebound by him right there.
Oh, the putback won't go down, and Dennis with the board. Both Dennis and McConaughey are juniors, so they've got another year of battling to go.
Well, the first time these two teams met, Sequim won 70-61 up at Sequim. There's Mr. Lemon underneath for 2.
A nice ball rotation that time by the Vikings to get it into Adam.
And that is funny because as I spoke to Coach Jeff Glasser of Sequim, he said, you know, we have to defend, not let it get into Calvin. And he said, but, you know, the one I'm scared of is Adam Lemon because he's going to be open when we keep doing all that. So
good
he
hustle.
Was correct.
Good hustle rebound by the Wolves that time. It hits off the back of the backboard and out of bounds to Sequim. Yeah, we saw Sequim a week or 2 ago in a great overtime game. Turned out to be a victory over the Olympic High Trojans, but it was a tight, physical ball game the entire match.
And you know, Doc, they have not lost since then, so there's something that is correct. There's
very nice. The big man puts the layup in, and a good assist there by Ethan Grabner.
Yeah, they are not just the big man. They have some really good guards. Both Grabner and Perry do a nice job on the outside. And they can do the assist as well.
6-0 here at the 6-minute mark, and number 1 up at Paulsbo. Double teamed, and Kelvin still goes in for it. Could have been a whistle, but there wasn't.
That's Christensen with that for 2.
Nice turnaround. Now Eric is listed at 6'6", one of the seniors out there. This Wolf team was the co-champions last year in the Olympic League and made the trip over to Yakima for the state tournament.
They did. They lost quite a few seniors off that team, but some good experience, guys who know exactly what to do with important moments in a game. And tonight we're watching 2 teams that wear purple, so that's half of our problem.
That was a nice move. Vance Willis driving inside, putting it off the glass. 6-4 now. North still up. Dennis at the high post, we used to call that. Ooh, nice shot for the 3. David Perry.
They can get hot. Both Perry and Grabner got extremely hot against Kingston. Great drive by Pinza, but just not able to quite finish it.
Oh, good clear out by Dennis. A nice pass.
Urquhart to Lemon.
All right. Nice job on that one, and started by a beautiful outlet pass by Dennis.
Yeah, you wonder about the behind the back pass, but it had perfect, it went where it was supposed to. There was nothing super flashy. It was just a good way to get it there.
Yeah, and I don't have the numbers with me, but Dennis already has at least 3 or 4 rebounds.
Minimum, yeah.
4:25, and our first substitute coming in for the Sequim Wolves, and it's senior George Johnson.
George did a really nice job up in at Olympic, and he just gives them a little bit more experience out there, knowing what to do.
Yeah, he really was one of the major contributors in that victory over the Trojans.
Christensen gets inside, but has to rearrange his shot because Dennis is there.
And again, another good outlet. Oh!
The block by Pinza. And a jump ball.
They're going to call a jump ball on that, and the arrow points to the Wolves right at the 4-minute mark in number 1.
Again, some great unselfishness by this North Kitsap team. Not able to quite get that basket, but they lead 11-4 right now.
Coach Glasser has been coaching Sequim for 7 years. Oh, man, the big man has come to play for the Vikings.
6'9" never hurts you, but he's got skills. From that Kingston game, I know that Dave Ziesmer was very impressed with his ability to pass, shoot, just have a complete game.
Into the paint. Oh, the kick out. And Kelvin says, my fault.
And that was one of those that was a bullet pass that you better be right there with your bulletproof vest on when you receive it.
You need the Kevlar.
You do, I think.
And Thomas, Sequim working it around the deep three-pointer. That was pro-length 3 points there for Alex Berry.
Alex Berry, one of their leading scorers, about 18 points a game. But he can do inside and outside, as we saw last time, where he would get many on offensive rebounds.
And North answers back with a 3 of their own by Graebner. 14-7 lead here in the first.
When both guards can shoot threes like that, that makes North really dangerous.
Outside shot off, and that rebound pulled down by Lemon.
Urquhart very adept at the 3 as well, but he'll call that a pass.
A putback by Kelvin Dennis.
Like the way Coach Glasser is running his big man out on the outside, so that brings Dennis out of the middle. But he's still there for the rebound. Knows where he's supposed to be.
2:13 left to go in the first period. 16-7 lead for the Vikings.
So it's a little chilly in the gym here tonight. 29 degrees outside, and I saw some slight flurries of snow as I drove here.
Oh, nice drive in. Count it, says our referee. Up to the free throw line, Anthony Pinza for 1.
Pinza is such a smart guard. He can shoot from the outside and drive as well. So our referees for this evening calling that last foul was Rob Zylstra, and then we have Cheryl Ondrak and Travis Bain. Same crew that did the JV game, won on a last point-second shot by Sequim.
That was right towards the end of that game. Back and forth with 3-pointers.
It was crazy.
North Kitsap goes inside. Dennis triple team. Ball knocked loose, but picked up by the Vikings.
And Mr. Lemon, once again, he's already got 6 points. Both he and Dennis have 6.
Adam, a senior. Uh-oh, Johnson. And North Kitsap will get it back if they can hold on to it. They do.
Really nice job of guarding on that. So this is, I think, one of the first football or basketball games that I've seen where the school colors are being worn by the fans. We don't have so much of the 12th man going on. Pretty exciting weekend.
Everybody's got their 12th man gear ready for tomorrow.
I think you're right, Doc.
Oh, another 3 for the Sequim Wolves. That's Pinza. And the 3s have been keeping Sequim in it so far tonight.
He and Alex Berry both putting one down from 3.
Long outsider off the front of the rim. And good rebound inside. And they're going to call the foul.
The shot by Dennis resembled one I would have taken on my driveway or my hoop, not in a driveway, it was in our alley. So I remember that weird spin.
Good shot.
That particular arc, however, would probably have hit the tree that was over.
Well, I think I read somewhere, didn't I, that he hasn't had a whole lot of basketball experience.
I think that is correct, but
only a couple years or something.
Certainly is learning.
Well, like Dave pointed out, he's got nice form, and he knows where the big man should be.
Sequim, the experienced squad that they are, not panicking yet. They're only down by 7.
Johnson with it out to McConaughey inside. Good double team that time on the defense.
Willis gets that rebound.
13 seconds on the shot clock for the Wolves. And there again, Pinza makes that drive, and he'll get rewarded with the trip to the free throw line. 22.3 seconds left to go in the first period. Anthony Pinza, a senior, for the Sequim Wolves up to the free throw line.
First one's a little bit short, according to Coach Glasser. Quite a few of the team members have been like sharing a flu of some sort or the colds, and it's that time of year.
And both of them off. Rebound pulled down by Grabner. 16 seconds left to go in this first period. Out front to Grabner.
Coach gave the big man a rest.
Cross quarter. Benson with it. Now Grabner shot just as the buzzer goes off. Unfortunately, won't go down, but it's a 20-13 for the North Kitsap Vikings here at the end of the first period.
You know, Doc, this North Kitsap team, like you said, has to win. Their plan is to win out, you know, and then see how everything else crumbles around them and how it falls. But
Well,
if they lose, they're done.
They definitely need some help, too. They are in the 5th spot currently in the Olympic League. Only 4 go to the playoffs postseason. And they are 1 game in the loss column behind Port Angeles, 2 behind Olympic.
He's hoping for that 3-way tie.
Well,
it's a good thought, so you never know. But if you win, you have a whole lot more opportunity than if you lose at this point. So.
Well, and their next game is a home game against Kingston. They beat Kingston pretty handily earlier in the season.
But you know, Doc, one of the things I'm noticing in both boys and girls is a lot of, as you call them, I think roller coaster teams, this up and down sort of thing.
Yeah,
and that's
sure.
high school basketball. That's half the fun. Which kids are showing up tonight, you know?
And the final game of the season for these North Kitsap Vikings against the Olympic High Trojans.
That could really be huge.
For both of those teams, because Olympic is only 2 games ahead of North in the loss column.
So they're gonna, I thought he had actually called a travel, but what he's calling is the foul on the floor before the shot. And that is the 4th team foul on Sequim.
North will work it around. Junior Ethan Grabner out there at the point. Adam Lemon kicks it out to the wing, and a nice two-pointer there for
That was Adam Lemon
Adam.
with the
So the kick
the
out
shot.
was somebody else.
He may have cloned himself.
I think it was probably 23 here. Oh, good board, good defense again. Kelvin's had a couple of good stops defensively.
Urquhart with the long shot.
Oh, good attempt.
Christensen with a good rebound in that Olympic game. He got in foul trouble pretty early and stayed out of that right now, which is going to be very important for this Sequim group.
George Johnson sends it over to Christensen. Off the glass, won't quite go down for him, and cleared out by the Vikings.
You know, that's the one, if you got the 12-footer, you want to shoot it. I know that you're always taught to move towards the basket, but when you're moving towards the basket, you suddenly have a 6'9" person there, and then with that extended arm, think how high that is.
And again, shot from the wing. That one doesn't hit iron, and Wolves come away with it. Oh, a 3-4, number 3. That's senior Jesse Francis in the game for the Sequim Wolves.
Doc, that's one way to avoid that huge man in the middle. Just put him up from way outside.
Oh, Urquhart had a nice move. Would not go down for him.
Really good idea by Urquhart.
Well, here he is again. Not going to get 2 in a row, I guess.
Well, that time it was actually
that was
Pinza with the
Pinza,
shot. They're of similar stature, colored hair, and almost the same number.
Oh, good bounce pass.
Boy.
John Sitton and I at that last South Kitsap CK game were saying, where's the bounce pass? A couple of times CK could have used it to their advantage to avoid turnovers.
Lemon already has 8 points tonight. Make that 9.
Senior Adam Lemon, he's having a real solid season.
He's the type of kid who is where he's supposed to be, especially on the rebounding end, but asked to score a little bit more right now if they're going to double or triple team Dennis. Here, it's your turn.
George Johnson had a good block out there to get the board for the Wolves, but out of bounds, turnover, and North Kitsap brings it in, 23-16 lead at the 5:38 mark in number 2.
I like the patience of both these teams. Right now neither looks frantic, even though we're in frantic February, so that's a good thing.
There was a little bit frantic shot there. Dennis did a nice job of saving it. And the short jumper goes down for Eric Christensen.
Excellent decision by Christensen. He didn't need to take it any closer. He's got that pretty little shot. Get it up before the defender gets up.
Dennis from the top of the key. That one's worth 2.
Have him with 10 points. And quietly. Could you have guessed that already, Doc? I don't know that I could have. Several of those from the free throw line.
Shot is out, and I'd say close to that many rebounds, too.
Very possible.
David Perry out front with it now for the Vikings. Ooh, that was a pretty nice head move.
Excellent block by Christensen.
George Johnson, his shot's off, rebound pulled down by North. Good outlet pass. Oh, couldn't quite handle it. That was Adam Lemon.
Yep, you know, that's one of those, George who shot it. I like that he followed his shot, but you have to remember who the deepest person is and whether you should be getting back. That was why Adam Lemon was able to just streak down the court unabated.
25-18 lead for the North Kitsap Vikings. Ooh, almost the steal.
Urquhart was going to streak himself, wasn't he? Yeah.
It looked like it. Sequim did a good job, though, maintaining possession, working the ball around, and getting it to Francis for the 3.
That's his second 3.
They're within 4 points now, 25-21. We've got 3.5 left to go in the first half. Off the glass, board cleaned up by Barry. Ball loose. Come on. Oh, off the glass. I think the crowds wanted to see the flush.
They did, but, you know, he did the right thing with where the body against him was.
Yeah,
excellent vision.
Very good control of his own body.
Yes.
Sequim down low, can't get that one to drop, and once again quickly up the other direction.
Again, they were looking for the alley-oop that time, and that would have been an awfully tough oop.
Oh, there's the three-pointer, and Sequim within 3, 27-24, timeout.
Doc, that last three-pointer may have been from Sequim. He was a distance behind that line.
Yeah, a couple of them they've shot, look like pro-length three-pointers out there.
This is exactly why Sequim is so dangerous. You think you got them, you're up by about 7, 8 going along, and they just start making some threes, and they are right back in it, down 27-24.
2:52 left to go in the first half here, and it's a 3-point lead for the North Kitsap Vikings. We have the Viking Jazz Band here tonight.
I was going to say that, Doc. You knew that. I was thinking the same thing. Give them some credit. It's pretty entertaining over here.
Josh Benson in the game for the Vikings. He'll work it around outside that 3-point line and going up for the 3. That one was more of a push than it was a shot for Christian Lovelace.
They're going to say the foul's out on the floor, so they'll get the ball. That's only the third team foul on the North Kitsap Vikings.
Only 5 so far on the Wolves. Uh-oh.
That's going to be an illegal screen. I believe that's called using your hip, or I'm not sure. Maybe it was the foot out. It's kind of like my, yeah, if you have to catch Bain, as he showed you that, Travis Bain, he had to do the little hip motion to show you. So it was an interesting call.
Well, that's 16 fouls now for Sequim.
Rebound to Willis.
Rutherford's 3 will go, and we are tied at the 2:05, 2:03 mark in second period, 27-27.
Right now, Dennis at the scorer's table looking to check in.
And they're going to send the Vikings up to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. It'll be Adam Lemon, I believe.
That foul's going to be on Rutherford.
Rutherford with the foul, Adam Lemon to the line. That was Rutherford's first foul.
So those of you at home, if you're looking at who's on the benches, they have switched them up for us this year. So if you're, or just this game, I think, I have no idea. Home team opposite of what we're used to. Rebound to Dennis.
And the putback off the glass puts North back up on top, 29-27.
14 points already. About half of the Viking total. Really nice move there by Rutherford.
That Sequim's going to come away with it despite 3 Vikings having their hands on it. And the 2 is good to tie it up again.
And that was Willis with the move, but Rutherford with the basket that time.
1:15 left to go in the period.
Alex Berry with the task, along with 3 other Wolves.
Yeah, triple teamed there.
Trying to separate a few of these guys. Dennis did nothing wrong, just came down. When you got that many people underneath your armpits, what do you do but come down on top of them?
Yep. 1:08 left to go in the first half, and we're all tied up. First shot is off and pulled down by Alex Berry.
His first free throw miss of the half.
And the jump shot is good for Alex Berry. And it puts the Wolves up 31-29.
That may be their first lead of the game with 40 seconds left. Ooh.
Oh, and the ball taken away by Francis. Willis, his shot's off, but Francis came away with it. He's going to get fouled, but they've got plenty to give with 29 seconds left to go. That'll be the 4th team foul on North.
They have bodies everywhere on that particular one.
His second.
Sequim with the inbound. Shot clock is off. That'd be tough being over in that corner with that 6'9" guy in your face.
Slightly.
It looks like Sequim's going to hold for the last one. They're up by 2, 31-29. Anthony Pinza out front handling it.
Sequim with their short lineup out there. Alex Berry at 6'4", the tallest one.
Pinza with the turnaround. Shots off. Dennis has it, but the time's going to run out before North gets the shot off. And at the end of the second period, the Sequim Wolves come back to take a 2-point lead, 31-29 over the Vikings.
Sequim was ahead by 3 going into that second, or not Sequim. North Kitsap was ahead by 7 going into that second quarter, and then what a nice comeback by Sequim. But the beauty of what we're looking at now, it is either team's game.
Sure is. Well, we are West Sound TV. Spencer Anderson's on the camera and streaming it live on the KitsapSun.com. We want to thank them for providing that to the community. We're West Sound TV, Kitty Campagna and the other microphone, and your producer for high school sports. And I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, saying we will bring you that second half shortly.
Both boys and girls teams will be playing on Friday night. Both JV. Starts at 3:15. There will be in and out privileges, so if you want to go to the all-you-can-eat spaghetti feed over in the commons between games, you can.
Welcome back to West Sound TV Presents High School Basketball. The 2014 regular season winding down here. This game played on February 4th. We've got a Thursday, Friday this week, and some teams will play Tuesday games next week. And that's it for the regular season. And 4 teams from the Olympic League will go on to postseason. And we will see who those 4 are going to be. We've got a pretty good idea on the top 2 on each side. But North Kitsap hosting the Sequim Wolves tonight are in the battle, and a battle they need to win if they're going to continue on. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr. Spencer Anderson's on the camera streaming it for the Sun, and Kitty Campagna on the other microphone. Kitty?
Yeah, I tried to step in there. Sorry, Doc. You do know that Sequim really wants to win this, though, too, because that number 2 position is the one, as we explained earlier, districts 1 and 2 get into games that actually have byes in the very first round, and they go into a double elimination format. Whereas if you are 3 or 4, you go into a one and done possibility. So you prefer the 1 and 2 position.
And North Kitsap with a takeaway to start it out. Whistle blows and a trip to the free throw line.
Nice drive by Grabner. He's fouled by senior Anthony Pinza. Grabner had 3 points in the first half, and this is his first trip to the free throw line.
Adam Dennis out there, or Adam Lemon and Kelvin Dennis out there.
We can
North
combine
Kitsap.
them. It might be Calvin Lemon tonight. It's okay.
Along with Michael Urquhart and Mr. Grabner.
Only 4 Vikings scored in that first half. So we've seen Michael Urquhart take some shots, and he had some great moves that it didn't quite go down. So I'm expecting some points out of him before the night ends.
And David Perry, the other Viking out there. For the Wolves with the ball now is senior Anthony Pinza. Nice drive, but a big block. Not in Mr. Dennis's neighborhood. Very nice.
Not a huge crowd here, but the ones who are here, the students are enjoying that.
Pinza will inbound.
I really don't think there was a foul, unless he just got knocked down by the air.
Shot by Josh McConaughey, also out there for the Wolves, Eric Christensen. He's setting the screen, or was going to set the screen. Number 10 is Alex.
This is a hard-working offense right now, trying to find an opening.
And the takeaway. The big man goes 2-on-1.
He just about had that. He certainly was taller than them. Nothing wrong with that idea.
Oh, that'll go off of the Vikings. We're tied up here, 31-31 at the beginning of the third period.
Adam Lemon thought that was just coming directly to his hand. It just barely touched a little bit of the rim, and that changed it.
Alex Barry's shot puts Sequim up on top.
That gives Barry 10 points on the evening. 6 different Wolves scored in that first half.
Talk about a quiet point guy. He was the same way in that Olympic game we saw. Yeah, they're going to whistle that one off.
They're going to call that a travel. Crowd not liking it. But Sequim will take it as they have a 2-point lead.
Vance Willis will drive into the paint, kick it back out to Christensen. He'll take the long jump shot. Rebound, tied up, and the whistle blows. Possession arrow to the Vikings.
Lemon and Willis in on that. Both teams just pretty casual. I'm pretty amazed at the pace of this game.
Oh, they get it into Dennis. Somehow he gets a turnaround jump shot with 3 defenders.
That
on
was
him.
impressive.
That was the triple team.
You got to give Dennis passes high. That thing at his stomach sets it up for the man in front of him. So he did that was strength.
Oh, this time Wolves will have the possession. That'll keep them off the scoreboard for a moment or two.
Christensen thinking he was fouled. It didn't look like it. Looked like a whole lot of ball. If anything, Christensen might have gotten the call for something of a push back on Dennis.
That's Willis, or Barry, excuse me. Barry's jump shot is short, and finally North Kitsap grabs the rebound.
That was well done by Dennis. If you watched, he contested the shot and then got under the basket for the rebound.
Kick out. Nice little play that time. Shot short. The give and go didn't quite work for the Vikings. Tied at 33-33.
You can develop that shot, you're going to be able to shoot over anybody at the moment.
He's done a great job rebounding. Oh, okay. The call was player control.
I do believe that the defensive player may have been set, but if there were that particular area underneath the basket, I think he was within it. But they don't have that rule in high school, so called differently. A little bit of slide out there for these guys right now. That was the cradle and call a timeout move by Pinza.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta wonder why some jump balls come immediately and other jump balls never get called.
Well, and Dave Ziesmer explained some of that in that you want to give them first the opportunity to be able to take it away. So you don't want to call it immediately, and then, but you don't want to wait too long and have that both guys flying onto the floor afterwards. So it's a delicate balance for the referees.
33-33 at the 4:34 mark in period number 3. A lot of threes up there.
1 or 2 of them tonight. The last foul was on number 33, as long as we're into threes right now, Doc.
So Sequim will get the inbound, 18 seconds on the shot clock.
You know, we picked this game because we knew it was important to both the teams, but we also really did expect it to be a very close game, as it has proven to be.
Well, a parity in Kitsap and Olympic Peninsula High School basketball this year. Oh, there it is. Oh, Christensen, though, did a nice job hanging there with it.
Block going to Dennis prior to that.
North working it around, get into the paint to Dennis. Turnaround jump shot is a rebound to the Sequim Wolves.
Gets that ahead to Anthony Pinza. And Coach Glasser trying to direct traffic from the sideline.
It's Christensen out front with it. He'll go inside to Willis. Shots off, pulled down by Lemon. Dennis goes into the paint. Oh, the hook shot.
It was a nice jump stop prior to that.
Just off the front of the rim, and Mr. Pinza's three-pointer off. Kelvin Dennis with the board.
Dennis waits till he has a guard free and gets it to him. Gravener doing a nice job of coming back to that.
I know why they want to go into Kelvin.
You do.
Oh, nice move. And that was David Perry.
That gives him 5 points tonight.
Problem is that he's being triple teamed.
Well, and they know that. It's one of those where if you do succeed with that, you got to pass out quick. And Dennis doing a fairly good job of that.
Oh, good D by the Vikings, but they lose it on the transition.
Urquhart from behind does a little bit of a block. Graebner takes it distance.
Kicks out to Lemon for the jump shot.
Adam with 11 now, 9 in that first half.
2-point lead now for the Vikings, 37-35.
Freshman Bailey early in the game. Played a fair amount of the JV game.
Oh, and another block.
Christensen's like, wasn't that a foul? And no, it actually wasn't. It's just so weird when you're 6'6", you're not used to somebody blocking your shot like that.
At 6'9". And the long outsider off the front of the iron. Sequim runs it down. He'll write in the story for the Sun tonight, George Edgar. And I'm sure they'll have some stats on those blocks and rebounds for Kelvin.
And they say that went off of Lemon.
Oh, and Coach Glasser now is doing a whole squad change. 1:18 left to go in the third.
I thought we only did that in Pee-wees. It was my easiest way of doing it because otherwise it's like, ah. I go in for who, Coach?
Pins is still there. He gets it into Johnson just in the game, and George will get a trip to the free throw line.
That foul's going to go on Lemon.
Foul on Lemon. His third.
And that's number 3 on him.
He really was, George Johnson, the MVP, I thought, in that Olympic Sequim matchup for the Wolves.
He just did a lot of those little things, rebounding. I don't think he had tons and tons of points, but certainly
he played tough on the D.
He did.
Played tough. Just good, tough, solid basketball.
Adam Lemon taking a seat. Number 24, Josh Benson, just a sophomore in.
And it's tied once again. 37-37, minute 15 left to go here in the third. Good high school basketball game tonight. Oh, well, a lot of bodies in there to try a pass or a move like that. Under a minute here in the third. Johnson sends it back out to Penza. Over in the corner is Francis, back to Anthony.
Using a little clock in the meantime.
Rutherford gets the ball taken away. And count it for 2 for David Perry.
Great ball control. Good move by Johnson. He really didn't have position to try to block that or anything. He just stood there, but Perry able to go around him. 16 seconds.
And Sequim hold, it looks like, for the last shot, and they'll pick up a foul. That will be tagged to Graebner.
That is his second foul. Not a bad foul. You know, they have to reset. They now have 9.7 seconds left.
They do have 14 fouls, though, here in the third, and only 1 on Sequim. On a tight game like that, that could prove important. Penza with it. Oh, yes. That was a great block.
Oh.
Nice attempt. And was that Ellington? Number 2? Brooks Ellington with that block?
I did not notice who it was for sure. There were about 3 Vikings in the middle there.
Well, this is going to be a great fourth quarter coming up. The Vikings are on top, 39-37, a 2-point lead with 8 minutes left to go here. And a good ball game tonight. We want to thank the Kitsap Sun for this entire season, streaming high school basketball and, of course, in the fall, high school football. And we really appreciate them doing that. It allows family and friends of the students who aren't in town to be able to take a look at their friends or relatives out there on the court.
Well, you know, Sequim is fortunate to have the wonderful radio people, so they kind of get this back into their hometown, but here's an opportunity for those who can't make it to see the video as well. And, you know, it's okay, really, if you turn off our sound and listen to your radio. I'm okay with that, but I don't think we're in sync, so it might sound a little weird. Now,
Inside.
in that third quarter, only 6 points scored by Sequim, so that's pretty unusual.
And Kelvin Dennis.
That was like having a tent around you.
Yeah, I was going to say, doesn't need to actually hit the ball. Uh-oh, there's the foul. That's going to be a shooting foul. Alex Berry is another one who just does his job so quietly. You almost don't even call his name, and all of a sudden you look, he's got 12 points. He's got 14.
11. You're
Okay,
close.
yep.
You're close. Well, and he can make the three. That is kind of what when I originally looked at some of his stats, I thought, oh, this, you know, look for this guy to be shooting the three all the time. But we have found that his game is much more diverse than that.
2 free throws, tied up. 39-39, just underway in the fourth period.
See, I'm looking for the skip pass to Urquhart. I really am, because he's got that outside shot.
Oh, man, there's just, you got to do something sometime different than go to the big man. And that outside shot would have been a good idea.
Just, he was smart not to shoot it because it wasn't an open shot.
Jump ball.
There's Lemon again. That is at least the third or fourth jump ball he's been part of.
This time the possession arrow goes to Sequim. Oh, wide open down low for the layup. Somehow or other, Alex Rutherford got completely, he must have had the cape of invisibility.
He might have borrowed that from Hogwarts there.
Dennis with a good putback of his own shot. He's a ball player.
Well, that first one being a little bit short, really good to see him get the rebound, put a little more on it. Tied up again, Doc. How many times have we been tied?
A lot.
A lot. That's the official term.
Penza. And another board. This time the foul's going to be called on the rebound. That's only 2, though, on Sequim.
And, you know, sometimes they don't see those fouls because they're blocked out by the big man right there. And if you watch that one, that would be a great one once you look at it later, the slow-mo, and watch him prepare to jump, time it perfectly. And you might want to look at that one later and see how to shoot right. That was pretty by Graebner.
Ethan Graebner with the 3. Puts the Vikings back on top. Penza will kick out to Francis. His shot is worth 3 also.
I think he shot 3 shots tonight, maybe 4, but he does have 3 threes for 9 points.
Tying it up again, 44-44. Count it! And 1 opportunity at the free throw line.
A mere 20 points at this point.
Man, I mean, Kelvin Dennis is looking great. He's really a good-looking ball player.
Well, let's give some credit to the inbound or the pass in as well, because that was high enough. You had to get it over the person fronting him, and then you have to avoid the 2 that are behind him. And yeah, it's a little ballet act out there.
Yeah, that one's going to come up short. They're rebounded by the Wolves. This time the Wolves with the quick transition, but North got down there to force him back out. Penza over in the corner. They go into Christensen. He makes a nice move, but it won't go down. Nice rebound, though, by Barry. And he can't put it down, and North comes out of there with it. Urquhart, here's his shot, Kitty. Little short.
I know he's got it. I've seen it go, let me tell you.
And the long outsider from Francis. And a whistle blew. I do not know.
It would be a push on Christensen from behind on Dennis.
Christensen, his second.
Okay.
And I know that when you are beat on as many times as they are beat on in this game, it's hard not to get frustrated. Dennis doing a pretty good job of just continuing to play. Referee's also doing a nice job of picking up on some of these fouls that are happening on the big man.
North Kitsap keeps it alive.
Three seconds. Yep.
Lemon's shot wiped out with the 3-second call.
Nice job of driving and passing back out up until then.
Now a little full court pressure. And they're going to call a block on Urquhart.
That's a tough call. I realize he may have been moving, but when you get that little arm bar coming from the offensive man, hard to know which way to call that.
I always like the force out without a foul.
Yeah. He did a good job of trying to use the sideline as another defender.
Pinza over to Willis. Back out front to Christensen. They'll get it into Barry. And he'll get a trip to the free throw line.
This may be some of that flu issue where Barry's come in and out. I know the referee stopped once. He might have been having a blood issue at one point.
Two shots at the free throw line, and number one is good for Mr. Barry. Number two comes out, and Dennis had it, and the Vikings will bring it up quickly the other direction. Urquhart to the glass. Ball knocked loose, and North Kitsap needs to take it back out and work it around.
Nice job by Perry figuring that out. But Lemon will take his shot. I think that must be called the lemon drop. It's kind of a cool little side shot. Didn't go down, though.
And Pinza for three, and lead goes to the Sequim Wolves, 47-46, with 3:50 left to go in the game.
About half of this fourth quarter left. It's who's got the stamina, the drive, and that's going to help because they're going to go to the free throw line.
Foul on Pinza, his third. Ethan Gravener to the line.
Pinza is going to get tagged for that, and Ethan Gravener will go up there. Now, Sequim is in the bonus. 17 fouls on the Vikings. Short, but Dennis with the board into the glass. Oh, good job by North Kitsap, keeping it alive. Oh, man, couldn't have fought much harder.
No, trip over 4 bodies in the process.
Francis from the corner, his three is off. Big rebound by Willis. That's a huge rebound by 6'1" Vance Willis.
And I can understand Gravener's question and the fans' question of that because that he had, I think, a hand on the ball, kind of wondering whether it might have been a jump ball, but just the strength of Willis and knowing that famed thing, throw the ball up there and see if you get a foul.
Willis.
His first time to the free throw line tonight. 2 points for Willis.
And timeout for the North Kitsap Vikings. Coach Dan Rosenberg, assisted by Sean Olmstead, Bill Hobach. And as I said, great to see Coach Harney out there with the Vikings on the bench.
He's been a bench presence for them. He was up there at Kingston. I don't know if he makes all the games, but certainly they love having his just wisdom on that bench.
Head coach Glasser is assisted by Phil Langston, Larry Hill.
And then Dave Ditlefson is their AD up there. I believe he's also the football coach. So they all kind of do a little bit of something at Sequim.
And Chris Franklin, the AD here.
It's been a great night with this North Kitsap jazz band to our side.
3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the fourth period, and the Wolves up by 1. This will be the second shot coming up for Willis. And it's good. It's a 2-point lead now for Sequim, 49-47.
Again, just a lot of patience by both these teams. Trying to get it inside, that's got to be a much higher pass.
Oh, ball is loose and coming away with it, Michael Urquhart for the Vikings.
Michael had a plan and it just came off his hand wrong.
Oh, Christensen almost, he does get the takeaway. Willis. His shot off and the rebound pulled down by Perry for the Vikings. Over to Grabner. Urquhart, Lemon inside to Dennis. That time he had at least a chance to catch. Oh, beautiful pass. Beautiful pass by Dennis, and unfortunately Adam could not complete it.
Adam looking for the foul on that, saying there might have been a touch, but
you can't rely on
no, you cannot. And that was a gorgeous pass. Great positioning. Grabner just took it in the face from somebody out there. 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Under 2 minutes to go.
The sixth man up here trying to cause a turnover, and they do.
Enza loses it. North Kitsap will bring it in. 1 minute, 46 seconds left to play in the fourth period.
Not even in the bonus yet for the Sequim team. So North Kitsap won't shoot if they are fouled, unless it's a shooting foul, of course.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that has to be a foul.
Yeah, I think you're right. You cannot really remove his arm.
But as you said, they have a couple.
They did.
Two. Now next one will put them in the penalty.
They put that on number 30, which, interesting. I thought it was on the guy in front of it.
And there was another one, I believe. That's going to go on 30 also.
Yeah, they might. Well,
Christensen has had a good game tonight for the Wolves.
He has. He's been very important out in that middle. He is not super intimidated by the height that's out there.
Yeah, Christensen's listed at 6'6".
Grabner not able to get the first one.
And timeout.
Okay,
And
I looked
coach
away,
is
Doc.
asking about asking the refs to keep their eye out for rampant elbows.
Rampant elbows, yep.
All right, we've got 1 minute and 22 seconds left to go, and the Sequim Wolves are up over the Vikings, 49-47.
This is absolutely essential for the North Kitsap Vikings, that they got to come out of here with a win, and especially on their home court, something they're going to want to do. Sequim as well, you know, you want to continue your winning ways as you go into the postseason. What a good game. This is exactly what we came up here for.
Yeah, Sequim is pretty solid there at number 2. They've got an 11-2 record. Bremerton, of course, is going to take the boys Olympic League crown with an undefeated season so far.
So far, exactly.
They got a couple left to go.
You just never know.
All right, Sequim will get the inbound. 1:22 left in the fourth.
Looking at full court pressure here, not guarding the inbounder. Oh, it was almost a travel.
And they took the foul.
Foul on Urquhart. His second.
That's an interesting decision, but they want more time to get the ball back and work themselves.
It'll be Willis up there.
That was just Willis, who was 1 of 2 in the previous, I almost said at bat. I guess I'm already getting into spring training, Doc. Previous time at the line.
Christensen back in the game now. Looks like coach is doing a little offense, defense. And number 1 is good for Vance Willis.
1 possession lead, 3 points.
And the 2 is good. That's a 4-point lead. 2 possessions, a minute 15 left to go. Long outside shot is short. No legs on that one.
No,
Kitty.
that's one of those things that shows up this late in the game. Especially, I think Gravener's played most of the game. They are short on people. With Sean Kroll played all of the JV game. Cooper Lindsay unavailable. Jared Felix unavailable. So you're looking at just not as many numbers. And my guess is you're looking at some flu victims on that side as well.
4-point lead now for Sequim. 1:06 left to go here. 51-47, and that timeout called by the Vikings, or Kitsap Vikings.
So the foul idea may not be, I don't know what they're going to do for sure with 9 fouls. That next foul is the 10th, and they'll be shooting 2. You look at Willis, who maybe he was just doing a little sandbag and missing that very first free throw he tried tonight, but he's 3 of 4, and free throws are going to be huge going down the stretch here.
Well, the Wolves are finally in the penalty, so the Vikings will get at least a 1-and-1.
That is correct.
But they're only 1 more foul away from the double bonus for the Wolves. 1:06 left to go, and
This time-
Sequim with the inbound.
Guarding the inbounder.
Rutherford triple team, and
That foul's going to go on number 12, Vance Willis.
they're going to call it grabbing the arm of Adam Lemon, and that will send Adam up for the 1-and-1.
That was a fun triple team, how they did that very nicely. And then Lemon, as usual, doing this little dive thing. He's got to have built-in knee pads.
They got to change the... They put the foul up on the Vikings, and they should have 9, not 10. They did change it on the other side to put it up on...
It won't matter
Sequim.
immensely in that the next one will be 10 anyway, but it's a good point, Doc.
Okay, the first of the 1-and-1 is down for Lemon. 58.9 seconds left to go.
Lemon with 12 points, 9 in that first half. A little quieter this second half.
Second shot's off, and Sequim's got the board. It's a 3-point lead for the Wolves. And there's that double penalty now, double bonus for the Sequim Wolves. So shooting 2 will be Anthony Penza. Senior guard out there.
That is the 4th foul on Gravener. That you do have to kind of be careful about that in case you're going into, you might want to go into overtime and you need your people.
Uh-oh, first one didn't go down, almost, but rattled out, rimmed out.
Pinza 0 for 3 tonight from the line.
Second one goes through, and we're back to a 4-point lead, 51 seconds left in the game.
Coach is trying to hurry their team up the court.
I was going to say, North Kitsap needs to score and score again.
Only guys in purple around that ball at the end.
Yeah, and I don't think are going to win the foul game.
They might not. That was Perry with that foul. Still 33 seconds separate in this contest. And we got Willis to the line again.
First one's good. And timeout for the North Kitsap Vikings. 33.1 seconds left to go. Sequim up 53-48, and we'll have one more free throw shot. Well, it could be a tough loss for the Vikings, but it was a hard-fought, well-played game.
Definitely. Well, last year, 5 teams from the Narrows League went to the playoffs, and so last year the Vikings made it with a losing record. They could end up with a winning record this year and not make it to the playoffs, which is pretty tough. But, you know know what's in front of you, and they still have, I believe, Olympic left. They not an easy schedule in those last 2. They have Kingston and Olympic. So.
Kingston, we know, Friday.
Right. But Olympic may become very important as to that 3-4, who's going to be there.
And, of course, we'll have to see the results of tonight's action around both the Olympic and Narrows League.
Willis with just steady as can be from that line now.
Driving on in, shots off, good rebound by Gravener. He gets fouled, but no whistle, and then they'll blow the whistle.
Lemon's going to go to the line. Now, I believe that will foul out Christensen if it was on him. Yep.
That's it. And looks like Coach Glasser will take the 30 seconds, or maybe he called the timeout.
I think you are correct. He's just using his time to put in his next player to have a little conversation with his man in purple.
Well, 19.3 seconds and a 6-point deficit.
And that's 2 possessions. I'm surprised they weren't looking for a 3 a little bit more, but Sequim has defended that 3-point line. There were a few in the first half, but this second half, Gravener had one, and that is it for North Kitsap on the second half.
Now, you know, Sequim basically did the same thing to Olympic in that game. Just stuck around the entire game, and there at the end tied it up and ended up winning in overtime. Pretty consistent team.
Yeah, they are a well-coached team. They're a very intelligent team. You're looking at several seniors. You got Pinza, Christensen, Johnson, Jesse Francis, all big contributors. And unfortunately, Lemon not able to get either of those down.
Yeah, looks like some tired legs out there, Kitty.
Exactly. Lemon, too, has played a lot of this game. And so by the time you get to those last few minutes, it is your legs you got to use on the free throw, and just not happening.
And it'll be Vance Willis up to the free throw line.
Willis with 7 tonight. 5 of those from the free throw line. First miss in a while. Not overly serious at this point. You still want to make them, though.
And that one goes in.
6 of 8.
55-48, 10 seconds left in the game. And George Johnson knocking it out of bounds.
And then he apologizes to the cheerleader. He does it all.
I like George. Urquhart, he'll take the long 3, the shots off, and that's going to do it as the Sequim Wolves come back on the North Kitsap Vikings to take a 55-48 win up here in Paulsville.
Well, Doc, it was, as we predicted, awfully close, but this kind of explains to you why Sequim is on about a 5-game winning streak. They just play consistent basketball. They deserve that second place finish right now. I don't know what their chances are, farther on, but they're the type of team that you love to take into a tournament. You got 3-point shooters, you got some inside work, Christensen doing nice stuff even against the height. And look at the way they defended North Kitsap there. Very nice job.
Well, North Kitsap certainly has something to look forward to, with a couple of juniors and one of them being called Kelvin Dennis.
Well, both their guards, Ethan Gravener and David Perry, are juniors. Seniors, Adam Lemon, who they will definitely miss. But I like this North Kitsap team. I really think they have a good in and out game. they weren't able to get the outside going as much as they wanted to. So if they can get that established earlier, I think they can do better in the games.
And they got to figure out something to do to kind of dissuade the defense from putting 3 or 4 people on Kelvin every time.
Well, what a job by Kelvin, though. He still had 20 points with that kind of swarming defense. So good credit to him. Fun to watch this game. These guys are just, I think they're doing nothing but get better.
And great rebounding.
Yes.
And some pretty impressive swats of the ball for Mr. Dennis.
We do like that. Not in my house.
Well, we're West Sound TV. Spencer Anderson's been doing camera for you and streaming it live on the KitsapSun.com website. Of course, we'll have it in replay for you on VKAT, the Community Access System. Channel 12 on Comcast, Channel 3 on Wave Broadband. Well, Kitty Campagna is on the other microphone. She's the producer for our high school sports. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr for West Sound TV saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.